An element about Doom Eternal that has always puzzled me since I first played it was how it can hold your hand with countless pop-up windows explaining every single detail about every single encounter, yet refuses to teach you any mechanical skill whilst throwing you in the deep end. The 9th level in Doom Eternal, Taras Nabad, is a fantastic example of this. By this point, you've beaten the first boss and gained all the weapons in the game, you've defeated your first 2 marauders, and yet you still haven't seen the full roster of demons yet. One such demon you have yet to encounter is everyone's favourite 9-foot tall Archvile. As soon as you come into the first arena of the level, you are introduced to this towering menace, forced to deal with their cowardly antics as you scour the arena for resources to stay alive. You know nothing about it, and are perplexed to see buffed demons everywhere, yet no sign of a buff totem. And then you meet it face to face for the first time, and proceed to obliterate it. Now you may ask, why does this bother you so much to the point where you'd make a whole FooCept about it? Well, as you know, the name is FooSarr, and small things like this just irks me. So much so that my first video was me complaining about a demon in Doom Eternal. Now, almost 2 years later, here I am complaining about the lack of a demon in Doom Eternal, but more specifically, a lack of a bridging demon that can help players better understand new concepts like the Archvile before fighting the big challenge head to head. So, to assist newer players getting into Doom, here is my concept, the Demonic Sharman. The Demonic Sharman will act as a magic type demon, something sort of new to Doom Eternal. Essentially how this would work is that similarly to the Archvile, the Shaman will remain in the back lines of the arena and focus on summoning and providing a very small passive defense increase to surrounding demons. Not every single one in the field, just the ones near it. However, once the Demonic Sharman has been provoked, it will use defensive spells to guard itself from all of your attacks and remain in a reflecting bubble. To deal damage to the shaman at this point, you must blood punch the bubble to create an opening and then deal damage. Alternatively, if you'd like to conserve your blood punches for greater foes, you are able to use the plasma rifle to build up a large amount of energy and explode the barrier prematurely. This would stun the demon, allowing for you to get a few shots in early. However, the other demons in the arena may have other ideas, especially when the shaman is giving them a small shield that, just like its own reflective bubble, you will need to overcharge first with the plasma rifle before you're able to deal a little bit of damage to the demons. Now we know how the Demonic Sharman will behave, so let's see what attacks it has. Starting with the Reflect Bubble. Whatever you shoot at the bubble will come hurling back towards you with twice the speed, hence, the Reflect in the name of the attack. While the Shaman is actively roaming the arena, it is able to summon 3 Demon Phantoms as seen in the Dark Lord boss fight. These Phantoms will have a relatively low health pool and can be defeated very easily, taking no more than 1 rocket at most. The demons that will be able to be summoned exclude anything of Sentinel and Maker origin or that possess biomechanical enhancements from the UAC, such as Dreadknights, Tyrants, or even Cyber Mancubi. I wanted to make this apparent as the way that I see the Demonic Shaman is a lesser demonic mage within the demonic ranks, rather than some colossal threat, and thus its potency with summoning spells is weaker than what the Archviles would be. However, the Demonic Shaman has one last trick up its sleeve, and better still, something the Archvile cannot do. Randomly, after being provoked, the Demonic Shaman will be able to summon a group of 3 Doomguy Phantoms that each use 1 randomly selected weapon from your arsenal. This excludes super weapons like the BFG and Unmaker, and also ice grenades is, for what I hope, an obvious reason. Regardless of this, the demon sees you as a threat, and it will conjure up phantoms to mimic your behavior. Like other phantoms it can summon, these Doomguy Phantoms will fade away in equivalent damage to 1 rocket. It's sort of similar to a concept I made earlier on the channel, the Mimic Slayer video, which you can go check out there. Now, while the Archvile perfectly fits the role of a summoner for Doom Eternal, much like previous FooCepts, the Death Knight, I believe that a stepping stone prior to the more powerful versions would help ease newer players into the flow of the game, as well as give level designers more options that don't include stacking 8 super heavies in just one arena. The way that I see this demon working is as a support role, while a much larger demon soaks up your attention, like a Demonic Wintherian, or a Doom Hunter, or a Baron of Hell. But that's just my 2 cents. I want to know what you all think to this idea. Would it be a worthy addition to the game, or merely serve little to no purpose? Let me know in the comments or in my Discord server linked in the description below. Let's start a discussion, because talking to you guys about my concepts is freaking awesome. Thank you all for watching to the end and hopefully not skipping through. You're helping boost my ego when I see the YouTube metrics, and I really do appreciate it. The name is FooSarr, and always remember to stay creative.